All right, we are back in our studio kitchen. We've had our dessert. Now it's time for our lunch, right? Isn't that the way it works? Sometimes you do dessert first with all the chocolate. Now we're talking savory. We have Nita Thompson from Milo's Tea, bringing all kinds of good stuff. It smells so good in here. I said, what are you cooking? She's like,
you have to have your priorities in order. Yeah. In case the world ends, you eat the chocolate first.
Always eat the chocolate first. And then you fry up the hamburger and the onion, and everybody goes wild. Like she's like, it really is just hamburger and onion right now.
No, I do it super special. It's incredibly different.
Is it? Yeah. You're pulling my leg.
Yeah, I am.
All right, what are we making today?
We are making a really authentic Mexican stew called pozole. It's spelled two different ways.
Okay.
The very classic is P-O-Z-O-L-E.
Okay.
It's also spelled P-O-S-O-L-E. It's exactly the same thing. There's no difference.
Okay, so it's just you can spell it this way or that way.
Right.
But you said there's a lot of history.
There's a lot of history. This goes back to, because of the ingredients, and they're super easy to find. This soup goes together in, gosh, seriously, 20 minutes. Max.
All in one pot?
Yeah. Yes, it's a dream. So you can have this on the table super fast, and it's so hearty and so good. And you can make this really figure friendly too.
Oh.
Just depending on what kind of meat you want to use.
Okay.
You can do like ground turkey, ground chicken, super lean ground beef. You just need to add a little bit of olive oil or something to keep it from sticking. But what we've done at this point is I've got a little over a pound of lean ground beef.
Okay.
And a medium onion that I have chopped.
Okay.
And I just cooked that together. And if you have company coming over, we've said this so many times over the years, and you're running behind and you want them to think that you've been cooking all day, just do this.
Yeah. Throw some meat in the pan and get your onion going.
And they walk in and they're just like, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
All the guests, what is she making today?
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So, this has some really neat things that you may not use all the time.
Okay.
Ingredients. And it tops with some things that you may not use all the time too.
Oh, I see cilantro, which just makes me happy.
I know.
It just gives it such a different flavor.
Yeah.
I love
it. Great.
So where do we start? You've got your...
So we've got the ground beef and the onions together. I'm going to add just a little bit of chopped minced garlic, and you don't want to burn it. It's super awful if you burn garlic.
Okay.
It tastes terrible. But you don't want it to be raw either. So we're just gonna, but it just takes just a minute to get that together. Okay. And what we have here is we're gonna add really the only extra kind of seasoning we're going to add is oregano.
Oh, okay.
Which, nothing wrong with that.
No.
Love some oregano.
Me too.
And so that's about maybe two teaspoons of oregano. How wonderful does that smell?
I know.
And
picked it up a notch.
Then we've got some tomatoes here. You know, you can get so many different kinds of canned tomatoes. Take advantage of that. I mean, that's just a super easy, makes dinner really quick. This is the Mexican style.
Oh, so it's already got some of those spices and
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's not the Rotel.
Gotcha.
So this isn't the Rotel. This actually says tomatoes Mexican style.
Nice.
And you'll see them if you've never bought them. They have like Italian style, a whole bunch of different ones. And so we're going to do a can of this. And then here's one thing that you probably don't always have in your cupboard. But my mom used to make this as a side a lot when I was growing up. And so it's very comforting to me as far as memories, is hominy.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know what hominy is, but it's just kernels of corn. and it's the way that it is treated. This is yellow hominy. You can do white. Bush's makes this. I mean, it's just in your regular vegetable section in the canned vegetables. And once you know what it is, you're like, oh yeah, that's a corn. That's a.
I see the kernels still in there.
Yes.
They're just bigger.
What they do, and this is kind of where it comes to the really old processing and cooking. This is, they take regular kernels of corn and dry them and then put them in some kind of an alkali. And it can be like lime water, that kind of thing. And it causes the hull to come off of it and the inside kernel to expand. And it's kind of got a chewy texture to it. It's really, if you haven't had hominy, it's got a great flavor to it. And so we're just gonna add that. I drained most of the water off of it in the can. So we're just dumping cans in.
I like that.
How easy is that?
That's pretty too.
Next ingredient that you may not use super often is chipotle chilies. And comes in a little can and it has adobo sauce with it. This will light you on fire.
So you don't need a ton. So depending on how spicy.
We like it a little bit spicy, so I've done, you're gonna do about a tablespoon. Make sure it's chopped, because some of the cans come with whole chilies in it, so make sure it's chopped. But it's got all those seeds in it, and we know about seeds and peppers. That's where the heat is. So you can adjust that. You can put just a little bit. You really, if you don't like heat, you could just completely omit that. But we're gonna add it because we are brave.
We're brave.
And
we're going for it.
It also makes it have this beautiful color to it. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is add, now you can do one of two things. You can just do the boxed, or if you've got fresh chicken broth that you wanna use, you're gonna do about 3 cups of chicken broth. You know me, I love these little granules. It adds your salt, so if you're using this, make sure that you don't salt it on top of it. And you just go by what it calls for on here, and it will be like, I think a teaspoon to every full 8-ounce cup. But you're gonna put 3 cups of chicken broth of whatever kind in there, and then we're good to go. That soup is done.
All right, when we come back, we're gonna plate it up, bowl it up, I guess, and we're gonna add our toppings and we're gonna get to try it. Nita, thank you so much for sharing the recipe. This is quick. You grab your tea, your lemonade from Milo's, and you're set and ready to go for dinner.
We've got to have some Milo's tea.
Yes. All right, and if you would like more recipes, you can go to drinkmilos.com. We're back with Nita in just a few minutes.